And you'll see a lot of old people as well walking around town, like these grannies, and they're just hunched over simply because their posture's been bad for so long. For them to correct it and just simply stand up straight, it's too difficult for them because their spine has now molded and it's become bent where it should be straight, or however it needs to be. It's now become bent, and it's very, very bad, and it's very, very painful because it's just not how humans were supposed to live and how humans were supposed to be. Too much sitting does that, too much slouching, not fixing your posture, weak core, weak abs. Because I had back pain at 15 years of age because of muscular imbalances. Now, at this point, I didn't have a full training routine. I just discovered fitness and I was training in my home gym at the time. I never did legs at all. Never ever, besides the odd squat. But fast forward a year after when I first started training, my lower back was hurting nearly all the time. I couldn't walk properly, and playing football and sports in general was just hard. And my parents couldn't help me as well. I would tell them my back's hurting. And I remember my dad had a lot of experience with back pain, lower back pain especially. So I told him, and he said, "Oh, there's nothing you can do about it. Basically, get over it. Let it just recover, have a rest." And it didn't do anything for me. In fact, it probably even made it worse because I just sat around not doing anything. And one of the reasons I found out, the main reason that the entire reason my lower back was hurting, and the reason it was hurting, was because I had muscular imbalances from not training the glutes and the abs properly. But as soon as I started training them, my back was just better. Literally within like a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, my back was fine. And it was just such a relief for me to basically have the ability to go out and walk and play sports with my friends and just do anything really without worrying that is my back going to be all right, because pain in the lower back is really, really, no, I won't say influential, but it affects your quality of life. I'll be honest, it'll affect your quality of life. Of course, any pain, head pain, ankle pain, neck pain, whatever you have, it affects everything. But your back is literally, it's like the foundation. It's it's your core. So if your core isn't tight, if your core is, let's just say, injured, then you just don't feel right. And I just didn't want to play football anymore. Does that make sense? I didn't want to play football. I didn't want to train. But in my head, I had that feeling, that, that motivation, that drive, that, okay, I do want to play sports. I do want to do this. But at the same time, I would think twice. I'm like, I forget it. My back's going to hurt so much. I won't be able to walk. I won't be able to sit properly in a chair. I won't even be able to relax. And the thing is, when you have lower back pain as well, when you lie down initially for like the first 5 to 10 seconds, your lower back hurts so much. It's like a soreness in the back, which you can't really get rid of. Yeah, it's just a very, very hard pain to navigate as well. Because even when I used to get my mom or my dad to give me a little massage, right, it wouldn't do anything. It would not do anything. And it wouldn't even feel like they're working on the pain, like they're not targeting the pain, like the pain is inside of you. It's just a very peculiar and bad place to have pain. So muscular imbalances was the primary and the main cause of this. And now that's a bit crazy. You just think, okay, what would be the cause of this immense amount of pain in the human body? And it's just because I wasn't training my glutes and my abs properly. So what I started doing was I started doing goblet squats and I started doing some ab work. That's all I did, because in my home gym, I only had some dumbbells. I had a bench press station. I remember I had a bench press station. I had some barbells, but I had no rack, so I couldn't really squat properly or anything like that. So I just started doing goblet squats and I did some ab work. And the way I found this out was I was on YouTube. I put the symptoms in and I found this low view video. I was like, you know what? There's no shame in watching this low view video. Everyone else can't help me. And the guy basically said what I'm telling you, where there was muscular imbalances is because, your glutes have been neglected and you've not been training your abs properly. And I was completely guilty of that. As I said in the beginning, I did not do any legs whatsoever. I thought training my legs would basically hold me back from making upper body gains, which is completely wrong, right? Because you get a growth hormone spike when you train your legs, and that growth hormone spike floats around the body, and it basically makes you gain more strength, more muscle, even everywhere else. Even though you're just training your legs, you get spike everywhere else. So that's the kind of thinking I had, and a lot of brown guys especially, they still have that. Nobody says school of thought, but they still have that kind of thing, and they're like, you know what, forget legs. I'm not training legs because it's just a waste of time. I don't want big legs. I want toned legs. I don't want massive thick legs. which I completely understand, right? But you still cannot be neglecting your legs. Make sure you train your quads, you train your glutes, you train your hamstrings, um, and make sure you train your abs as well. So I said I started doing goblet squats and I did some ab work, but now because I have access to a gym and I work out at a commercial gym, what I do for glutes and legs in general, I'll just tell you my routine. I don't really do too much. I do maybe 3 or 4 exercises. I'll start with the hack squat machine. Very, very good for the knees, for the ankles. Very quickly you can start progressing on that as long as you stick to it. Then I'll move on to some leg extensions just to get that blood into the quadricep. Then I'll move on to RDLs. Now with RDLs, sometimes I do a little bit of a variation where I only do the top portion of the movement if I just want to hit my glutes. Sometimes when I go all the way down, I feel like my hamstring, because it gets so pumped, I basically can't get a good contraction in my glutes. So I'll do one of the two variations. I'll do RDLs 100%. It's like a staple in my leg day along with hack squats. And another thing I'll do, it just depends on where I'm working out. If I'm working out at home right now in my actual home gym where I've got like a squat rack, I've got dumbbells, I've got barbells properly, I'll do some kind of hip thrust because no one's there to watch me. Or if I'm in the gym, I'll do some kind of lunge, reverse lunges. I don't really do forward lunges. I'll do some kind of reverse lunge, and that's what I do for legs. And that will pretty much hit your hamstrings, your quads, and if you want to do some calves, then you do some kind of calf raises. Um, and yeah, that's the shit what I do for my legs. Now for abs, I do 2 exercises predominantly. On occasion, I'll do 3. So for my abs, I'll do the ab roller, where you basically just lie down and you roll yourself out. Now, I'll be honest, I think this is the best ab exercise, workout, whatever you want to call it, that you can do because it trains your abs in a lengthened position and it works your core at the same time too. If you're someone who's never done this right, I guarantee you can't do more than 5 reps. 5 good solid reps. I guarantee you can't do that. If you can, then send it me on Instagram. My Instagram will be somewhere below as well. It's the Inner Frame 6. Send me you doing 5 ab rollers as a beginner. Don't cheat. Next exercise I'll do some kind of lower ab work. So I'll do like a knee raises or knee tucks or leg raises. And I'll do some kind of twisting variation every now and then. So I'll do some kind of twisting with the bands or whatever. Now that's how I basically would fix my muscle imbalance if that's someone like you, if you've not been training your legs and your glutes and your abs. Now what I do as well, I basically have bulletproof my lower back with doing back extensions. Now, back extensions can be a little bit difficult if you're someone who's trying to fix your back pain because you have to go through that period of you strengthening your back, even though it's really weak and it's basically injured at this point. So do as many reps as you can, like 10 to 15, but quickly progress up to about 30 reps and then do it with you holding a weight plate. Now, what that will do is it'll basically train your lower back to become strong. And one other thing which you need to do is fix your posture. Posture is very, very important for the alignment of your spine, for even your confidence, how you feel, how you appear to someone else, how big you look and appear. Because if your posture's all messed up, right, let's just say your shoulders are rounded like this and you're just leaning forward, your head's all messed up and you're a mouth breather, what will happen is eventually your spine will become out of alignment. So your spine goes like this at this moment in time. It's like this, and it has a little curve where the lower back is, and then it's your glutes and your bum and whatever. But when your posture is not right and it's not fixed, pair that with weak core, weak abs, you don't have that solid foundation and that core to basically hold up your frame and your body. You'll become like a C. I see a lot of people like this and they're shaped all round. And when you tell them to straighten up, like especially like someone like my mum as well, my mum's got really bad posture. I tell her all the time. And you'll see a lot of old people as well walking around town, like these grannies, and they're just hunched over simply because their posture's been bad for so long. For them to correct it and just simply stand up straight, it's too difficult for them because their spine has now molded and it's become bent where it should be straight or however it needs to be. It's now become bent and it's very, very bad and it's very, very painful because it's just not how humans were supposed to live and how humans were supposed to be. Too much sitting does that. Too much slouching, not fixing your posture, weak core, weak abs, it will do that. So make sure you fix your posture as well because that can 100% contribute to lower back pain. If your posture is messed up at the moment, fixing it might be a little bit difficult, but you're at a point where you're still preventing your spine being messed up. Prevention is always better than cure. So make sure you fix your posture, man. Posture is very, very important because when you get late, when you get old and everything, as I mentioned before, it gets very, very hard for you. It gets very, very hard to fix it. Now, if you're someone who's been struggling with these kind of issues, back pain, um, you don't know how to train your legs, don't know how to train your glutes, or you've not even been to a gym and you're just, you're a bit confused about what to do. When you watch videos online, certain influencers saying something, another influencer saying something else, another influencer saying something else, and then it's like, what do I do? Do I follow this guy? Do I follow this guy? Do I follow this guy? And because they have so many videos, it's like there's just so much confusing. So I've created my school community where everything is in there step by step. I teach you how to train, how to eat, how to even cook your food, cook your dinners, um, accountability things. I'm basically looking for a community of guys who are, it doesn't matter what kind of level of training you are. I'm just looking for guys who can help other guys who I can help. I just want like-minded individuals, basically, for me to train them, for me to save them years of their life. Because I've been training for, it's 2020, about late 25. I started training in about 2013, 2012, let's just say. So when I was 12 or 13 years of age. I only knew how to, or learned how to train properly, and I got a good idea about nutrition, about health, about micronutrients, about recovery, about accountability, I would say in 2021. So that's about 7, 8 years of my life I can save you simply just by joining my school community. And it's so easy. They've made school it's a great invention. You can literally join my school today and do the onboarding or whatever. And as soon as you join, you can literally put a message in the group and write, can someone help me with this issue? I'm having lower back pain. I've tried such and such a thing, but I just cannot feel a certain exercise in my glutes. You could put that on, in my school community after you join. And within like 24 hours, I could give you a response tailor made to whatever issues you're having. And I could tell you what to do. And that could save you so much time researching, trial and error, risking an injury, risking your time. And yeah, that's just something I've created for basically everyone. The cost is like £1.20, or equivalent to £1.20 a month, a day, sorry, which is $49 a month, which is an absolute steal, right? The prices will definitely go up as more people join. So if you're someone who's interested in that and you want me to help you personally, you unlock more things as well, by the way, when you join, when you start leveling up on the school community. If you just want to have a look, if you're thinking about it, then just click on the link and go on the about pages, go on one of the slides, and it basically tells you what you unlock as you progress. And the way you progress in the school, which is amazing, right? You just have to be more active, make more posts, make more likes, help people out. Yeah, so if that's something that's of interest to you, then join my school community. Link will be in the description below, the first one. Click on that. Thank you.